Ever wondered why two people would choose to duel with thin, pointy swords? What's the thrill in that, you might ask? Today we dive into the exhilarating world of fencing, a sport that dances delicately on the edge of history and modernity. This sport is a captivating blend of strategy, skill, and speed, a testament to its rich evolution. So what makes this pointy swordplay so appealing? Well, strap in, as we unravel the fascinating evolution of fencing. Fencing, as a form of combat, dates back to the ancient civilizations of Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Ancient wall art and historical texts have given us a glimpse into the early forms of this martial art. Picture this: warriors in ancient Egypt training for battle using sticks and shields. Their movements not unlike the swift parries and lunges we see in modern fencing. Over in Greece and Rome, fencing was a critical part of military training. The goal wasn't simply to strike an opponent, but to do so with precision, while also avoiding incoming attacks. As centuries passed, fencing began to shed its warlike skin. By the 15th century in Europe, it was morphing into a sport, a dance of sorts that combined speed, agility, and notably strategy. It was no longer just about survival, but also about skill and finesse. Over time, fencing evolved from a means of survival to a sport of precision and finesse. As centuries passed, fencing evolved, reflecting the societal changes of the times. From the Middle Ages to the Renaissance, this age-old sport saw a transformation in its weapons, techniques, and rules. Let's step back to the Middle Ages, where fencing was more than just a sport. It was a necessary skill for knights and nobles, a sign of social status, and a means of self-defense. The weapons of choice were heavy and robust: broadswords, longswords, and axes. Techniques were based on survival, with no standardized rules to speak of. As we move into the Renaissance, fencing began to transition from a martial art to a form of entertainment. The weapons became lighter, more elegant. The rapier took center stage, a slender, sharply pointed sword, perfect for thrusting at an opponent. Dueling became a popular pastime, and fencing schools started to appear across Europe, teaching a more refined, graceful style of combat. It was during this period that the first fencing manuals were written, providing a structured methodology and a set of rules. The 19th century marked a significant turning point for fencing. The Industrial Revolution brought about new materials and manufacturing processes, leading to the development of the modern fencing weapons we know today: the foil, the épée, and the saber. Each of these weapons has its own unique characteristics and rules, adding a layer of complexity to the sport. This was also the era when fencing started to be seen less as a martial art and more as a sport. The French and Italian schools of fencing led the way in this transformation, focusing on precision, strategy, and speed rather than brute force. Safety equipment was introduced, and rules were standardized, paving the way for fencing to become an Olympic sport at the end of the century. Modern fencing, as we know it, was born out of a desire for a safer, more standardized sport. From survival skill to Olympic discipline, the evolution of fencing mirrors the progression of society itself, a testament to our enduring fascination with the art of the sword. Today, fencing is a fast-paced, strategic sport that requires quick thinking and precise movements. The sport has evolved into three distinct forms: foil, épée, and saber, each with its own set of rules and techniques. In foil fencing, the target is the torso, and points are scored by landing a hit with the tip of the weapon. Épée, on the other hand, allows the entire body to be targeted, and points can be scored with both the tip and the sides of the weapon. Saber fencing is the most aggressive of the three, with points scored by any part of the blade on the upper body, excluding hands. Each fencer is equipped with protective gear, including a mask, jacket, and glove. The scoring system is electronic, with sensors in the weapons and clothing to accurately record hits. Fencing, while rooted in history, is a modern sport that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. So, from ancient combat to Olympic sport, fencing has come a long way. We've journeyed from its humble beginnings as a means of survival, through centuries of evolution, all the way to the piste of modern fencing, a game of precision and strategy. It's a rich tapestry that continues to captivate and challenge sports enthusiasts around the globe. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of fencing, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights into your favorite sports.